something's on my mind.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something is strange. Something strange. Can't work here.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
There's more to you than meets the eye. Care to explain?
No, you are incapable.
I see. Come on, old chap. I'm a devil for gossip. And a weaver of tales.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Move.
Fine.
Tick-tock.
Funny.
Interesting enough, I suppose.
That orc seems a little too interested in me.
So, I might agree with that, Shadow. Strange vibes. That's for certain, yeah?
What's inside?
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it. Be rolling. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face when you're trying to troll. You're an idiot.
God, this is boring.
What? Wait a minute. Don't do it, child. I'm watching.
Don't make me hurt
Come
you,
on.
boy.
No.
Too late! Looking at you is painful enough.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave? Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
You better do what he says, boy.
I said I don't have it. Maybe he dropped it running away from those big, scary goblins.
You little split-tongued freak!
Hold on. You're not fooling anyone. Why did you take it?
What kind of question is that? Why does anyone steal anything? Fine. I have the stupid amulet. Take it.
I want an answer. Why did you steal it? Do you need food?
To impress a girl, most like.
It looked like my mother's, all right? Just take the damn thing and leave me alone.
Keep it, kid. You need it more than me. Hook it.
So, interesting enough. Drunk and angry, and then forgiving.
Hey, thanks for stepping between me and the kid. My mum gave me that amulet, but I think she'd be happy knowing the kid has it now. Yeah, I know she would.
That was kind of you.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
We're exposed now.
That was kind of you.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
I do believe that, having met Kogha myself, unfortunately, leaving the grove may be your best option. I can help.
It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
Kill the goblin horde leaders. Interesting. I am headed that way to search for Halsin. I may be able to take that on. We'll see. No promises.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Hopefully. Soon.
When we get to Baldur's Gate, where are we enlisting?
I'm done, Soldier Intellect. I'd like a clean start, but go with the watch. Good.
Please, have mercy! We're exposed now.
Interesting.
Why does this keep happening? He was joking about
Have some respect. This really isn't the time to talk.
There's a lot of suffering here in this grove. Uh-oh. You.
Make way. Got to focus. On my way.
Let's see.
I speak, they burn. On my way.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow. Amazing. Interesting. That new power makes me a little bit more useful, if I dare say.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin.
Avernus.
Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Your attitude definitely needs a bit of an adjustment. Huh. I have been to Avernus, unfortunately. But as you can see, I am no devil. Coins, a mistress, you've lost me there.
You almost seem honest. Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
A Mindflayer ship abducted us, and the ship was sent to Avernus. If you must know.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you. Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
Interesting. Her hostility is
Never wanted the
curious
easy
to me.
path.
Now, let's go find our bugbear. Shall we?
That might be worth a look.
Ah,
No hope of clearing this without a shovel.
no shovel? I thought we had one. Oh, we'll have to be back then. Hey, little one.
Get out!
Oh,
The squirrel lunges at your foot and
Oh.
bites it.
okay. Calm down, little one. I'm not here to take anything from you. Not here to harm you.
You barged in without an invitation. I wouldn't call that friendly. See, you're in my territory, and I want you gone.
Okay, little one. Let me pass. Or I'll spread word about this wonderful patch of land ripe for the taking. Ripe for the taking.
Okay, calm down. We can make a deal. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but these trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
Fair deal, little one. Now, what is this? Wait, a hyena ear. Interesting find. Interesting. Onward we fly, though, outside of the grove, and through a very strange landscape with things you would normally particularly expect to see, and some you would not. There's a great many tales to be told.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Maybe I need a lot of things. Looks like a lookout station. Could be something useful. What is that?
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met. I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Pleasure. I'm Cadence. So, are you the mouse or the cat? Though I pray I may already know.
Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
What happened? Where are we? You...
There. Middle of somewhere.
Who are you? Take us back. Now.
And deny you the honor of my hospitality? This is the House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
Are all these theatrics leading somewhere?
Are you not entertained? Well, far be it from me to disappoint.
Of course.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend?
No.
Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Only in your own mind. I don't care what you are, I care what you want.
Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that.
And there is your revelation, Count. It's the tadpole You don't know why it's an anomaly shared by us and perhaps others that we have yet to meet. It brought you to us. You don't understand it any more than we do. So, I have no qualms in saying you're mad if you think I'll make a deal with the devil.
And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
You're immortal. Beasts. Devils from the hells. Your obsession with mortal beings and your desire to watch them suffer and grieve in new ways you haven't seen in centuries is not only disturbing, it's very telling. I wouldn't trust you. I know you're kind. I've heard the stories. And though you stand before me, you smell as I imagined you would. Take me back. After that, I never want to see you again.
By all means, bite the hand that feeds you, while you still have teeth. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Clearly they haven't manifested yet. You don't see any, do you? His visit was very... very unfortunate. There are powers at work here.
What's hiding here?
Bringing things into our path that shouldn't be there. That worries me. We may be involved in something much larger than we've ever proposed. Interesting.
Necklace.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Invited to dine with a devil.
Flattered? No. I've no flattery for that. You have a strange definition of it. Dining with the devil left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes, they offer you an apple, but they're the worm that lurks within. Still, don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation, it merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
I think we all agree with that. But I'll remind you that we're dealing with a devil. Opportunities are thin and dangerous. You always draw the short straw.
There's no such thing as an absolute certainty.
Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand.
If there's one quality all the denizens of the Hells embody, it's ambition. A quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
And what do you think his ambition could be? Pray tell.
I'm the foggiest. But, based on the evidence before us, we can make certain deductions as to why he sought out our merry band. Fact 1, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles.
Agreed.
Fact 2, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness.
Agreed.
Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, I say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
I agree. He'll be back. I pray tell you're not the only one reading the runes, Gale.
This devil Raphael flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
That would be interesting. Kithrak, what does that mean? Lezo.
Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid.
Nice.
They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it.
I saw them. They were our saviors. Our new demise, but nonetheless, it worked out in our kind. They were chasing the Mindflayer ships. And have they always been so?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
Interesting. Shadow?
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
He's a devil? And we shouldn't trust him. Simple as that. Have I passed your test?
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is.
And there's the problem. We can't trust him. I'm not going to change my mind.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
I'm glad to have passed your test. I didn't realize you were so well-versed in mental and emotional torment, Shadowheart.
Aren't you glad that I am? It's an effective trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Torture as a trick. I can't say I understand that. The murals in the grove, they seem to catch your eye, as I recall.
What can I say? They were eye-catching. Consider me an art lover.
Fine. I'll leave it at that for now. My companions. They are interesting. Shadow is so...
That might be worth a look.
Oh. What is this?
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within. Your voice draws their attention. They are suspicious, then curious, and finally, at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Interesting. Where did that go? There it is. A spider egg sac. Huh. We will keep this in mind. All right. It should be gone. Anything else? Did I miss something?
Several spiders rest in the rear of the crevice.
I will leave them. No need to make spider enemies. We've enough problems as it is. All right. Back onto the trail. I fear we've more to discover, albeit unpleasant. If you get tired, let me know. We'll rest. What is this?
So, Gith.
Goblin
Aren't you
tracks.
worried your kind will punish you
Far
for
too many of
consorting
them,
with us?
too.
Goblin tracks. Interesting enough.
People up ahead.
What is
Something's
this?
wrong. You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I will go where I wish.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured and I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head.
What? He's infected.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brynna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Recruits?
Protect them.
Mind the true soul. She will... She...
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen, like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
True Soul? Explain this Absolute to me, please.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, True Soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
Please. Any supposed new god would have an uphill battle.
Interesting. Very interesting. What happened to your brother?
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with owlbear tracks.
I see. Owlbears are quite prolific. Now, you need to find the beast and avenge your brother.
What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, madam. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, True Soul, we may stand a chance.
Good.
True soul. Absolute. What do they mean?
Whatever it is, the Absolute has a powerful hold over them.
I got rid of them without us having to harm them. What do you think of this, Gale?
Yisk Githka Tavki Crashet. The tadpole lets us command the minds of others.
An interesting development, but one to be treated with caution. For better or for worse.
No. Our only course is to deny it. This power is just another symptom of disease, and every use will sicken us further.
If this power does indeed come from these parasites, it can't be trusted. However useful it might be.
Wise counsel. When the temptation calls, keep silent, or suffer.
Gale?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Nothing.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you.
What is that? No. What?
Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value.
I'm not doing this.
Something your mind
It's
craves.
being Don't sue me.
Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
I can have his memories? So be it. What? Oh my god. What? Can we take them from ourselves? This is
abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
Indeed.
Come. We'll not find purification here.
Indeed.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
That might be worth a look. Don't fancy getting my hands dirty. I need a shovel.
Action, not reaction.
You'll die a bloody pauper unless you take a few risks.
Why don't we just wait a while? Make sure it's safe.
To battle.
Seems you've pushed your luck too far. Time to defend yourself.
I'm ready. On the move.
Can't give up now. Another step forward. Open up.
My eyes grow heavy. Best to make camp.
Anything of use?
Speak. Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
All right. What now?
Nice to camp. Let me make my rounds.
Very well.
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin.
Am I disturbing you?
No. Just thinking. Reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over?
Doesn't have to be, I suppose. In that manner in which you speak, we could still travel together, friend.
Good. I don't want you to run off just yet. You're quite the ally, after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash, surviving everything that's followed. I'm not normally impressed by people of your stature, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
Well, your opinion of people of my stature is actually quite common. But, I thank you for your kind words. But I am just trying to survive, just like you.
Yes, we're more similar than I thought.
Are you feeling well?
Oh, I was leagues away. I just need to get some air, clear my head. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
Sleep tight indeed. All right.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it.
Ah, there she is.
Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears.
What do you mean by the tears?
Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crush, Ka'lir.
Or I'll get Yankee from the tears. Up there in the sky.
You are too easily astonished. There is more to this realm than this grassy pebble. My entire clutch battled beholders deep within the eye of the sky. We infiltrated a Neogi spelljammer and laid waste to its crew. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time. Come dawn, we resume our search for a creche.
We shall. Impressive creatures. I dare say. Will! Good to see you, friend.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel?
Sometimes I wonder. I am nervous. I don't like the idea of that thing in my brain.
It's natural to suffer a touch of worry, but an illithid worm should be causing more than mild anxiety. Before the illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash.
I agree. There's something special about us. Or at least, more than likely about our infliction.
Indeed. Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter so much as the what next. And that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. We get these things out. Let's get some rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
So it does. So it does.
Moving in.
Gale?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I was wondering if you could explain why your condition requires magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
All right. Interesting. I need you to remain in camp for a while, rather than on the road. Just for a little bit.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
We will travel again. Trust me.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
They are. What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. But you haven't told me yet. Your thoughts on our devil, Will.
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Agree. Don't worry. I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Yes. Tell me, Will, how did you become the blade of frontiers.
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finer than saving a life? Wonder what became of him. Do you know?
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
And before that?
Baldur's Gate, born and raised, the only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama, a staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine.
I agree. It is a tale that many can relate to, in their own way. Pardon me, but I've noticed your stone eye. We, Hin folk were quite observant. Did you lose it in a battle, Will?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days. By all means.
I'd like you to join me, Will.
That's the spirit.
Thank you, friend.
Let's get going.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the Druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head.
How are you feeling otherwise?
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
Another test. She is so full of them. She questions my every move. She's not only sad, she's very distrustful. Fine. I will play to her test. No hesitations. Shadowheart. I just end your misery. Then and there, I would not let you be in a lithid any more seconds than required.
Wise. Though, I hope you'd miss me after I'm gone.
I would.
I think I would if the positions were reversed. But you're right. If we're to make it through all this, there can be no room for hesitation. You're doing well. It's a beautiful night. I think I'll stay up to enjoy it while I still can. Rest well.
I will. You do the same.
I'll give it a shot.
What's that? Where is he